Hi, I'm Capt. Stanford with Texas Fish Tips. This is your weekly fishing report.
Hello, spring breakers. We've been catching lots and lots of fish over on Old Harbor Island. These rocks right down through. There's been a whole lot of sheep's head. There's some nice red, black drum. We've caught speckled sea trout, just about everything in the world out there. Don't worry about those boats. Try not to get in their way. If you see them coming, just move. Move in and out. Some of those pilings you can tie off to. But be careful. There's a lot of good fish there. Out here on the end of Phoenix, right down through here on those rocks, right on that edge, especially incoming tide. There's been some nice reds, limits of reds right in there. We've had some speckled sea trout. We've caught just about everything else in the world out there. Some black drum. We've caught flounder. They're all coming in. Live shrimp has been the way to go. If you use some finger mullet, been catching some nice reds. Not as many, but they're better reds. We've been catching a lot of slot reds, small reds, and oversized reds, so you just don't know what you're going to hook into there. Also, if you're going out here on the south end of that south jetty, there's been a lot of fish caught. A lot of sheep's head, a lot of black drum, red drum. There's been some limits of red drum out there. But if you're just fishing off the rocks, you probably get a mixed bag of just about everything. There's been sheep's head trout, black drum. I've even seen a few small grouper coming in there. But there's a lot of fish that are migrating, coming in these jetties right now, and there's lots and lots of fish. As they come in, they'll hit like this point right here on the lighthouse lakes, right on this island, right down through here. You can get your popcorn shrimp or freeliner shrimp, or even throw it on the bottom. But live shrimp has been catching it all, and you'll catch some nice reds right down through here. All right, there's a little cup between these islands right here on Lighthouse Lakes. That little slough right there has been holding some nice redfish. A few trout been coming in there, and a couple of flounder. In no big slough right down through has been holding some nice red. There's some of those big uglies mixing in there too. When it's too windy to get out in there, big main channels, there have been some right in there on shrimp. Crab catches the most of them. There's some hardheads in there, but there is some good fish. If you come on down Quarantine Shorelines, right about in here, all the way down, been catching a few reds. But the big surprise is been catching a lot of trout. And we've had a couple of limited trout mixing in here. Nice ones. All on shrimp. You can use your artificials. But there is some nice trout. Usually there's some nice reds in here, but there's been some good trout. Over at good old Cove Harbor, there's islands right down through here. Those little cuts been holding some nice redfish. There's been some trout in there as well. A few black drum. Anywhere's down through here, there's some cuts right about here. Has been holding on this side. Has been holding some nice redfish. Early morning, live finger mullet's catching the bigger ones. If you use shrimp, you catch a lot of reds, but you catch a black drum and some sheep's head and speckled sea trout mixed in there. So if you want a bigger red, use the live mullet. Same way anywhere's down this whole ICW. It seems to me that the deeper water's been holding the better fish. I haven't really seen that much bad stuff from the freeze right now because I'm catching a lot of fish and a lot of different varieties of fish. But anyhow, if you come all the way down the ICW, some of these little cuts, like say where these old terminals are, there's some rocks here. And a couple of pilings right in here. We've been catching lots and lots of sheep's head. If it's too windy to get out by the jetties or the Phoenix docks, get right here. There's some good fish. Live shrimp is the way to go. You will hang up a few times. There's also some nice trout mixed in there. Anywheres down through here, there's some rocks right about here. Been holding some nice reds. And like I said, live finger mullet has been catching the bigger ones. If you use shrimp, you're going to catch everything in the world, but you catch a lot of smaller ones. Over this little cut right here going behind Hog Island on the incoming tide, this whole area's been holding some nice fish. There seem to be filtering in right here as that incoming tide. There's been some nice reds. You can drift through here. Be mindful of the other people. We do have spring break. We got a lot of boats in the water, so try and behave and try not to cut somebody else's drift off. But there's been some nice fish on artificials right through. You can also use your popping cork and shrimp. These little islands right through here, these little cuts in between, have been holding some nice reds. You can just set up, get you some live finger mullet, and go to work. Put in a rod holder and don't grab it till it bends over double. But anywhere right down through has been holding some nice reds right in through here and right in front of these islands.
Watching, I'm Capt. Stanford.